Good greetings everyone, Rusty Dog here and welcome to South America, or to be more precise, Curitiba, Brazil. And we're doing a South American flight today, and it's a longer one than usual, around 2.5 hours of flight time in the fly-by-wire. I decided to pick this one. I haven't been in it for a little while, had a good few updates since. I want to see what's new, if anything. And we're going to be flying this down to Ezeiza in the province of Buenos Aires in Argentina. I hope I've got all those pronunciations correct. I don't know. I think it's either Ezeiza or it's going to be Ezeiza. And we have a flight going out. Let's get into the flight deck. Yeah, so here, of course, in Brazil, Portuguese is the spoken language. In Argentina, it's predominantly Spanish. And as far as I know, in Spanish, the Z or the Z is pronounced like a TH. So I'm going to go with Ezeiza on that one. And it's a long flight. We have 165 passengers today and 3.3 tons of cargo. All great information. Anyway. Yeah, so we're cold and dark completely at the moment. Haven't even got anything prepped. But I do have all the flight plan information that I need. I have the route worked out. And I have 2 extra commands on the chat, which I hope should work. One of them is !flight, which should give you a description of today's flight. And the other one is !route, which should show you the route that we'll be taking today, waypoint for waypoint. So if you feel like testing those out, there is a 60-second time limit on those commands. So you can't just do flight. You have to wait a minute every time you do it. It's like a slow mode. But if you want to try them out, I knew it. I knew I'd made a spelling mistake on my title. I put Curitiba. I'm going to edit that right now. That's not Curitiba. Yeah, I put Curtibia. I put Curitiba. What have I done? Curitiba. Brazil. There we go. Right. Bear with me, guys. Okay. Right, so you'll have to refresh to see that properly. Anyway, I guess we better get things rolling because it's quite a long flight. So I hope you can stick it the whole distance. If you don't, I don't blame you. It's a long flight. So let's get that on. We'll get the exit signs. Things. We'll get the dome light. Let's get the dome light up onto bright just for now because it's a dark day. It was raining here yesterday, so I didn't do the flight. And it's been a little bit drizzly as well today, but we're going to do it anyway. So we'll put that onto auto. Get the cruise supply and ground control on. Getting lost here. Nothing new there. Okay, we're good. Right. Oh my god. I'm pressing the camera buttons for the Boeing. Of course, that's not going to work. So let's brighten this screen up a little. Also this one just a bit. All these seem bright enough already. Yeah, we can do with that. Okay, let's fire up the old iPad. Argentinian. But yeah, we are actually, if you think about it, flying back because it is a Argentinian airline. So yeah, there you go. Alright, so cruising altitude today, 38,000 feet. There's the route. which again you can exclamation mark root on chat will show you this, and exclamation mark flight will show you the flight. Exclamation mark meta should give you these details. I wonder if it's accurate for this. If I do meta for SBCT, it's saying 1024 80/9. What? Oh, 80/9, 15 temperature and dew point 13. Interesting. Let's see if the one on the chat is in line with that. So we have 80 degrees at 9 knots. Yep, that lines up. We have temperature 15, dew point 13. That lines up. And the air pressure 1024. It is bang on, guys. Thankfully. Okay. I'm going to have to remind myself. There's my flight plan. I'm going to have to remind myself of all the things on this aircraft. Ground power unit. Yeah, we've already got that attached though, don't we? I mean, we have ground power. I think this probably just going to make it visual, right? Do have ground power. Now, cargo door, baggage truck. I think all this is going to open on its own when we do GSX. On Doodles, how you doing, sir? We're all count. Oh, you see, this is it. It's when it gets to that situation where I need good luck. This is, yeah. Okay, for some reason my Navigraph is wanting authentication, so let me just get my phone and do that. I don't know why. I guess because of the updates to the plane, perhaps. Now then, settings. Oh, I know. I don't have to do it in Navigraph. Oh no, I don't. I can just go into my QR reader and it will authenticate from there. Okay, so read that QR code. There we go. Pop to the Navigraph website and sign in, approve, and allow. Okay, that should kick it off. There we go. Awesome. So I've already done the chart on this, chart work on this, so we're okay. Transition altitude is going to be 9,000 feet. We're taking off runway 15, landing in Ezeiza on runway 35. Cool. Any crumbs or spilt water will be put. Yeah. Oh, crumbs, we wouldn't want that, would we? Okay, I'm happy with this. So I'm going to keep the checklist on the screen. Checklist. I just saw the word checklist and it was in my head. Oh, no. Okay. Hi, Mandy. Hello. How you doing? All nervous. Me now. Hello. Yes, we're making the flight down. Oh, I can ask you, Mandy. Is it pronounced Ezeiza or is it Ezeiza? Because I checked on the internet and is the Z a TH or the Z, is it a TH? And yeah, Ezeiza. It still sounds like Eddie Izzard to me. Yes. Say hi to Mandy, guys. She's got a reaction channel which I advise you all to go visit. She is heaps of fun and one of the best to do it. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. Go check out Mandy's channel. Is it? Oh, it's. Oh, really? Ezeiza. It's Ezeiza. Oh, damn it. Right. Ezeiza. You see, in Spain, the Z is pronounced like a TH, so it would be Ezeiza. Ezeiza. Wow. All right. This is a... I didn't know whether to take off from Ezeiza and come to Curitiba, or the other way around, because but I decided I was going to take off from Brazil and land in Argentina, and it would be around, I don't know what it would be now, if we take off around 7ish my time, that's going to be 3ish your time. Are you coming up to 3 p.m. now? So we'll be about 6 p.m. there. Oh, it is. Argentinian Spanish is different to the Spanish. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'd be keen to learn the differences. But if I spoke to you in Spanish, you'd get it, right? I guess. So, yeah. I'm not fluent, though. Even though I spent 30 years in a Spanish-speaking country in Gibraltar, it was Spanish and English, so I picked it up. But like if I wanted to say welcome to the channel, I could just say bienvenidos. No, bienvenidos a mi canal, no? Yeah. Anyway. Alright. So, I don't expect you to hang around for the whole video though, Mandy, because it's going to be around 3 hours, 3.5 hours. But if, that would be cool. I don't know why, but I've got this, the nerves you get when you bump into a celebrity? Why am I getting that feeling? Right, anyway, so let's get the flight plan on board. Always snacks on my flights, Bondoodle. Always. We got the good stuff. Curly whirlies. We're bringing all the British chocolate over. Okay. So, flight plan is in and linked. So, gonna do the departures from runway 15. And we're flying out over DAG 1A. Yeah, I was going to do this flight yesterday, Mandy, but the weather was awful in Curitiba. Yeah. Fish posh. Yeah, I hope you're feeling okay, by the way, and I hope everything is good. Yeah. And if you need an example of how to start my streams, I did it at the beginning of this one, but I do it on most of them anyway. I saw your video this morning, the Hail Caesar one. I've yet to put a comment on it because I had to go out, but I will comment. I always do. Yeah. Loved going through the Taskmaster ones. I know I've got this one lined up for the new one you posted today. I've got it lined up for later, for tonight. And the Peep Show. Brilliant. Just brilliant going through all those. Yeah. What a great binge watch that was. Yeah. So, here's to many more videos. Oh, you've done it. Oh, God, already. Oh, man. Thanks for doing that, by the way. It was just something silly, and I thought it would be cool if you did it. Oh, God. I'm looking forward to that one. I will definitely be checking it out this week. Right, where is my... Right, so we want PAP-E6. There it is. Right, this should complete the flight plan for today. Yep, it is. Okay, let's get the zero fuel weight in and the block fuel, which is How much fuel do we have? 7,221 kilograms. Do you know, Amanda, you're the only American I know that doesn't know the imperial measurements. See, we've got in the flight sim here, we've got the we can have both, but I can't believe that metric is more your thing. But it's cool. Right, so that needs to change. Yeah, I agree. Imperial is weird. 5/16s and 3/16s, and yeah, I can't deal with it myself. But there you go. Thankfully, we're all metric here. Right, into the performance page then. We're going to be setting flaps to 2. And our VR speeds, V1 speed's going to be that. VR rotate speed will be that. And 126. So, up in the autopilot, we can leave that. We'll set the altitude to our cruising altitude of 38,000 feet. And let's start getting people on board. I'm assuming the jetway is going to stretch itself over here.
Boarding requested.
I don't know, that one. Alright, so time to get the suitcases on board and the people. Whoa! Noisy! Oh, we have a plane taking off. Okay. By the way, all the planes you see taking off are mimicking real life flights that are actually going on around the world. Oh, he's just landed. Yeah, he landed. What the hell is that noise? Was that the door opening? Jeez, that's a new sound they've added. Should I start the engine and suck the guy into the engine? No, that would not be it. Where's he going? Where's he going? What is going on here? Where's all the suitcases? Okay. Right. Where's my thing? There it is. Okay. Oh God. No, 8. There we go. Alright, let's get the fuel pumps on. Oh no, I had a choice of 2 I had a choice of 2 airlines. It was this one and JetSmart. I didn't know which one to pick. I originally went with JetSmart, but then I switched it to, I don't know how I'm going to pronounce this and get it right, but is it just Aerolíneas Argentinas or Aero? Is it Aero? Aerolíneas Airlines? Yeah, Argentina Airlines basically. Oh, there you go. He has brought the suitcases. Well, come on. They got one guy doing everything. And if this jetway had glass on it, you'd be able to see the passengers actually coming through here. I wonder if we can we step through? Do we have a cam? Come on board. We don't have an internal on this plane. It's the only plane that I'm using that doesn't have an interior cabin. Alright, so I think I'm just going to make the final settings on here while everybody's boarding. I think it is all good. How did it scroll all the way down there? Have you played any of the Carl stuff yet, Randy? The audio stuff? just wondered if you'd listened to any of the shows from back in, I don't know when it was, early 2000s, I guess it must have been. Okay, let me have a look. Aerolíneas Argentinas. Aerolíneas Argentinas. Gracias. Yeah. Wow. I took a in the flights in the simulator here. I took a look over Buenos Aires. It's huge. It's huge, isn't it? Or is it me that just got the size reference wrong? It looked massive. I don't know what the population of, because I believe Ezeiza is in the province of Buenos Aires, I think. Yeah. This is what I'm trying to learn anyway. Right, so the weather information that we got earlier in the chat is that the pressure, the pressure is 1024. So let's get it up. Oh yeah, I know the podcasts are just audio. They're just audio stuff. Yeah, yeah. The city of, well, I don't know the city or the actual Buenos Aires town area. It just looked huge, like seriously huge. Okay, how are we doing for boarding? Actually, I think we might be able to, if I can maneuver out of my seat here and get this door open. No, can I go through it? Probably not. Oh, no. I can cheat it. It won't look very good, but I can cheat it. There's supposed to be seats here. I don't know why they haven't put a cabin in this plane yet, but yeah, see, got people coming on board. So I need to be in the galley. Is that what this is? The galley. Oops, I'm going to get in the way. Dressed to impress, boy. Yeah, I don't know why they keep doing a little twitch there. Mind the step. Alright, I think we're ready here. I think the plane is ready. So I think once we get people nearly on board, there's another 110 people to get on board. Jeez. We can start firing up the generators and get the engines ready and take off. Right, I just want to make sure that I haven't missed anything up here. I keep pressing the buttons for the Boeing cameras. What happens when you don't fly an Airbus for a little while? Yeah. Everything looks okay here. A lot more simpler than the Boeing, this thing. A flying, it's a computer on with wings, basically, Airbus. So this is UTC time. It's not local. Local time, I think it's 4 hours back from this. Not from UTC, but 4 hours back from UK time, I think. Oh, I tell you what, I was so looking forward to watching the Carl Comes Home episode with the examination that he had to have. Oh jeez. Oh man, that was good. Oh, you are a doctor, right? How did I learn to do all this? Oh god, I just applied myself, because when I had the previous simulator, I really wasn't any good at flying the Airbuses and the commercial jets. But this simulator is so good in that it uses worldwide Bing maps to plot out like everything. So if we went above with the drone camera here, you would see just as it would be in the real world. And it was so good, I decided I had to apply myself and just watch tutorial videos, learning what things mean. I had no clue about reading flight charts, but I had to learn about those. And it just, step by step, bit by bit, I just learned how to do it. And yeah, it took a while. And then the Boeing 737 came out, which was a whole different startup procedure, everything. I had to learn that, and then I did. And now I'm happy. So yeah, look at the weather though. Thankfully, I think we're going to be flying above all of that, and it's going to be nice, but we may not see much of the ground. So now we got to get the camera back behind the plane. Yeah, poor Carl. When he said, "Now you are a real doctor, right?" Oh God, that just creased me up altogether. All right, let's get the APU on, which is our little generator at the back of the plane. We'll get that started. Just this little thing. And then we can come off the ground power and the plane can be powered by the generator in the tail. Here it comes. And then the engines can start using the power of the APU. Okay, I think we can remove the cones and whatnot now. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, it is. It's cool. I mean, I've got some of the simpler planes, like the little Cessnas, you know, that you can fly around, which are really cool. I like using those as well. Some famous planes like Concorde and the Spirit of St. Louis from way, way back in the day. And the one that Amelia Earhart flew, whatever her plane was. I've got that one. Yeah. But the satisfaction of flying one of these and then landing it is it's pretty cool. I'm worried that we don't have the correct fuel here. What's going on? Zero fuel weight. Okay. Block fuel. Have I put this in wrong? Because that's 7.2 tons of fuel.
I'm right next to her. Thank you.
Let me see if we can get a revised figure here. No, it's the same. Fuel on board. It should be 7.2. What's going on? Don't tell me we have a bug. That's not going to be enough fuel to get us to where we're going. Let's do it from here. So it's 7221. Oops. There you go. And the payload, we have 165 people. And we have, oh, okay. So you do know. There we go, that's better. And now, that means... Shoot. Shoot, press the wrong button. And now that means that we have to change... Just get out of here. We have to change the zero field weight figures, because this is going to be totally different now. No, it's not. Okay. Yep, 7.2. That's it. Okay, thanks, Mandy. What I'll do is I'll leave you a... I'll post you on Patreon, and I'll leave you a comment to let you know the timestamp of when we come into land, so you can skip all of the other flight if you want to see the landing into Ezeiza Airport. There you go. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. And I'll catch you on channel. Have a good... Oh, and bon appetit and all that. Cheers, Mandy. Okay. So, so, yeah, that will be the same, won't it? Zero field weight. Okay, we got 9 more people to board, and then we can get pushed back. Bye, Mandy. Have a good one. Okay. So yeah, we're going to be using flaps 2 for the takeoff. I think I've got everything set. Let's get the radios on. It says COM1 is not powered, and you're quite right. Departure tower for Curitiba is 118.150. Okay. Don't have the radio. Set.
7043 to 1. 7043, traffic near to the coastline is 777. On the funnel plus runway 3 right behind that traffic. Line up for runway 3 right behind that traffic.
Are we all on board? I think so. Alright, cool. Let's go.
American 2192, airborne at 24090 departure on 121.2. Departure 21.2, American 2192.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Line up and wait on 3 left, I'm right there now.
How are we not getting these chocks off? Does it? Oops. I'm assuming these are going to disappear automatically because I can't do anything about them.
License inserted.
So we're running around 50 frames per second right now. I've made a few graphics tweaks, and I have the latest Nvidia drivers also.
American 2192, runway 03 left, clear for takeoff, turn right heading 090, public 5000, wind 0 at 12 knots. RNAV departures have been suspended due to turbulence on the climb out. Roger, American 2192. 192 clear for takeoff 03 left, Apple departure, turning right to heading 090, and climbing to initial altitude of 5,000.
Can use the parking brakes, please.
So we're definitely going nose right.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Static 56 ready taxi, cargo line.
56, Roger, taxi.
Oops.
Hotel holding
See,
runway
I
03.
press 6 and it takes me to the center console.
118.1.
Echo Hotel, full short of 03 left, and 1181.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
Ryzen 900, respect. Taxi Echo Hotel, holding point 3 left.
Once again, we'd like to welcome you on board. Your safety is our top priority, so we appreciate your
Echo
attention while we demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. You can follow along with the safety information card in your seat back pocket. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the flat metal edge into the buckle and pull on the strap tight. To release, just lift the top flap of the buckle. Please keep your seatbelt back and low and tight across your lap when the seatbelt sign is off and have it visible to the crew.
Okay, we have a good engine start on that one. Oof. What I haven't done is actually check through my flight plan to make sure that everything is okie dokie.
Parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
All exits are clear and to the side overhead. If necessary, glow level lighting will illuminate the help you find the exit. Please take a moment now to look at your closest sector and remember it may be behind you.
I love how the
If there is a change in cabin pressure or
it's how the taxi people have got the regional kind of accent.
Okay, now, you're gonna stay.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check this through on the flight plan.
Do you have any questions about the safety features of this aircraft? Please don't hesitate to ask.
Flight, please prepare for takeoff.
That message comes way too early.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Airborne 51090, 5,000 feet. Contact departure 121.2. 121.2, Oscar.
Close, isn't it? Get it up there.
1916, arrival is at 30. Right on Bravo, 121.9.
Now coming in runway 35 is we're actually flying south, but we're also going to be landing northwesterly, I think. But we're going to have to do. Oh geez, what is this?
Delta 1810, runway 3 right, clear for takeoff. After takeoff, right, you're heading 090, 5,000 feet on the
Okay, that doesn't look.
Disconnected.
That doesn't look the business, does it?
Left is clear, right is clear.
Oh dear. So what's happening after Pappy 6B then? That's causing this to be going crazy here. That's fine.
RNAV departures have been suspended.
Then we just go nuts from here.
Roger, after departure run.
Okay. Let's see if we can take another look at this final approach here. Arriving runway 35. P6B. Let's put this in and No, that looks a bit cleaner. Okay.
Delta 1810, line up on the 3 right.
No, that's it's not. Doesn't look cleaner because that's the takeoff airport. Oh dear.
Alright, Alpha to the holding point, hold short runway 7, 18.6, Alaska 283.
This isn't good, is it? We don't have an actual.
Delta 1810, line up on the 3 right. Line up on the 3 right, Delta 1810.
Anyway. I'll have to have a look at the charts then, which is going to delay the flight.
And Tower FedEx 561, direct to Boca after 7. Okay. FedEx 561.
No, checking your request.
Oh, yeah, bear with me guys, I'll see if I can decode this. So, where's the runway? So Jester would bring us in. Yeah, Jester after would be. Well, there's Papix down to Jester. Papix and Jester. It's this. This might be a problem. I'm going to clear it just to see. Okay, so there's Jester. And it's worrying that I don't know if it's going to work. It does get us into the runway though. So 5,000 or above here. Is that or above?
1273, you ready for departure?
And 2,200 or above. Okay. We've got no choice but to do that.
73, line of weight, 07, southwest.
Okay guys, so we need to get the flaps onto position 2. And the rest will do as we're trundling.
United 1269, sorry about the delay. Do you have your company 737 on short final inside?
United 1269, affirmative.
Yeah, let's stick that up there. I know the way, but we'll stick it up there anyway.
Behind the lady 7, line of weight, United 12.
Wow, I don't think I applied too much. It did sound like a good chunk of throttle.
United 1269, the wind is 0.
So I'm hoping to get into Ezeiza before it gets too dark.
Windshield 9507, runway 05 right, wind calm, group left takeoff, contact departures 120.5, airborne.
I think we just carry on here.
Alaska 283 tower.
Center Alaska 283.
What do we have extra?
Yeah, right. Tower Victoria Wings 150, we did take a bird strike on the nose on rotation.
Bird strike, did you hear that? Bird strike?
United 10907, wind 2003, bring us runway 07. Overtake.
Destination Alpha 107, United 1097.
Who's left? 2 people watching now. I don't know who's left though. Not very many. We're just going to get straight onto the runway. Do a takeoff config test, which I probably should do not on the runway. No, we're done. I gain damage. I'm expecting it to get down to 1 watching soon because it is a 2-hour flight on autopilot. And I may even have to have a little snack myself.
Heavy, hold short.
223 right, call you back in 1 moment. Silent 146.
Hold short 23 right, KLM 142 heavy.
Okay, we're ready. So, I want to be at, about 10, maybe 20? 10. 10 for takeoff. So, I don't know why it looks like we're pointing sideways. What is that all about? We're certainly not. What's going on with this? Why are we out positionally there? Okay. Well, whatever.
Confirm, clear for takeoff, JetBlue 1696. Perfect. 256 to 8 Thank you. Clear for
Positive rate and gear up. Laps 1. Back to climb position, if I can find it. And flaps retracted. No, the gear didn't go up. I did press the button. That was bizarre. Okay, handing over to the autopilot. Altitude constraint, eh? That's the 9,000, I think. It has to reach now. Yep, this one. So it won't climb for a little while. keep forgetting to take the ground spoiler off as well. Standard air pressure. And the moment we get beyond 10,000, we'll turn the lights off and take the allow the passengers to take their seatbelts off. Yeah, I actually forgot a little bit earlier that this plane does in fact fuel from the EFB as opposed to the MCDU, which is, there you go, that's how it is. So it's having to maintain 250 here, under 10,000 feet. That's the law worldwide. Weather's nice up here. So those clouds are, those grey clouds we saw at the airport, they're pretty low then, pretty low clouds, but we've got some a lot higher there. Maybe the METAR can tell us what those are at. And maybe we'll be flying above them. Not quite sure why this is flashing, but let's pull this. I did have the air pressure on standard, I just didn't pull the button, but the number was the same. Okay, now we're climbing. So we can take off the taxi lights. I didn't put the landing lights on, and I should have. I didn't put the nose light to take off when I should have. I'm so bad at doing those things. Seatbelts can come off. Oh, and the APU can come up as well, of course. $38,000 we're going to go up to. So the METAR, we have broken clouds at 1,100. Yeah, not really reporting on the higher clouds. So also available is flight, which I haven't tested yet. And then we have route. There it is. It's a lot noisier inside here than it is in the cabin of the in the cockpit of the Phoenix. Phoenix is very much quieter, but I kind of like this in a way. It's more, I don't know, it's more what I would expect in a cockpit. I wouldn't expect it to sound like the inside of a Rolls Royce, you know, just so quiet. Didn't start the chrono, but we can do it now. So 2 hours 28 minutes is the expected flight time. So feel free to eat and all that good stuff. Empty your packet of biscuits and make tea and coffee. Yeah, I've gone maximum brightness, and I think this screen is a little bit too much. bring it down just a little. We got the terrain on the display yet? Probably a little bit too high, are we? Turning. I could just see the shade on the glass there. I don't think we're going to be going high enough to get above these top clouds. They look really high. Yeah, yes, exactly. It does isolate, doesn't it? As well as you say, as well as for comms. Right. As we get further away, we're going to lose contact with Curitiba Tower, and so we will have to change frequency at some point. We already have another tower, but I don't know if we're moving away. Yes, we are. We are moving away, so we'll wait until that radio goes and then we'll see if we can tune into another one. So this plane's climbing quite nicely, 3,200 feet per minute. Currently just about heading for 25,000 feet now. So we've got another 13,000 feet to go. Great way to save fuel. Go higher. So now that we're up in the air, we're going to change the range. Change the range. Yep. Good idea, gain damage. Could leave this here, but I don't trust it to nothing to happen in that cockpit. It will probably be fine. What I like about the fly-by-wire as well is the flex on the wing is so smooth. It seems a lot more rigid in the Boeings and the Phoenix A320. The way it shakes up and down is a lot more rigid. This is super smooth. I wonder if it's... Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's really nice. Just... I don't know, I find this more realistic. The way that it just bends just very, very smoothly. But the Phoenix and the PMDG planes, they seem a little bit more stiff. I actually don't know which is closer to reality, but I would like to hope it's this one. See, it just looks real nice. We're getting into these high clouds, are we? Visibility seems to be getting a little bit less now. We have another 8,000 feet to go. Okay, so all is good in the world. So where are we heading from and to? So we took off from Alfonso Pena. It doesn't look like it's Pena. Alfonso Pena International Airport. And we're landing in Ministro Pistarini International Airport, also known as Ezeiza International Airport. Buenos Aires. Greater Buenos Aires. history lesson. The airport is named after Juan Pistarini, Minister of Public Works, during the presidency of Juan Perón, who placed the cornerstone of the project on the 22nd December 1945. It was designed and erected by Argentine technicians. Its construction, which took 4 years to be completed, was one of the major projects in the 5-year plan of the first presidency of Juan Perón. The airport was inaugurated on the 30th of April 1949. When it opened, it was the 3rd largest airport in the world in 1949. Wow, that's an impressive stat. A 1949 diagram shows 3 runways crossing at 60-degree angles. The Ezeiza massacre took place near the airport in 1973. The Ezeiza massacre? What was that? Okay. There's some history to look back on. I've never heard of the Ezeiza massacre. Why would I? So what are we looking at framey wise? 66, 68 frames per second. Yeah, so this is the new Nvidia drivers, the 532s, and I made a couple of tweaks in the graphics options as well. I think one of the major ones I changed was the Nvidia DLSS. I changed it from quality to performance. I'm not noticing a massive difference in terms of graphics, but the frame rates are good. The frame rates are very good. Right now, if I show it against a black background, I can see it better. Yeah, it's reporting around 60 inside the plane here. Ambience is nice in here.
We got 2 visuals for you. The number one is a Cessna Caravan, a short final for runway 07. You're following, and then we got an helicopter.
Do not walk outside this area.
To the left of the project.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me that twice.
We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As it begins to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your feet and elbows clear from the aisle, as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley carts shortly.
There we go.
Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating to the front of the alley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
There you go. Food is now going to be served, and Gain Damage is going to miss it because he's going to be out walking the dogs. I'll tell him when he gets back. It's amazing, isn't it, how they've got the light set up so it's so bright out here that it makes the displays dim, just like it would be on your eyes, you know, where you have to, you know, put your hand up and shade this. Do we have shades up here? I can't remember. Do we have them? Do we have sunshades in the fly-by-wire? Oh, you're there. Oh, there we go. Well, there's the shade. I just don't know if it can be activated. No. Damn, needed to be in the Phoenix perhaps. I want the shade work. I'm clicking everywhere. Gonna screenshot some settings off screen. Okay, I think that's, yeah, I'll keep those for later in case I need them. Okay. So we're now at 38. And it's all about the cruising. Now we'll switch this up to 80. I wonder if we can get the airport in, 320 nautical mile radius here, and we still can't get the airport in. The flight length, let me see now. Do we have it on SimBrief? Like the distance of the flight. It should be, I think. Yeah, 775 nautical miles. Yikes. 775. That's a long one. It's one of the longest flights I've done in a long time, I think. I have done a few flights that have been long, but I tend to not stream them. I just get up to cruise altitude with the autopilot, and then I go off and do something, and I tell my phone to set a timer for when I think I'm going to be maybe 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away from top of descent. Actually, I think probably I give myself a little bit more time than that, just to do the descent preparations and whatnot. But in the Airbus, it kind of takes care of itself a lot. But look at how dark it is in this area here. I wonder if we should put the... Let's turn this up. I wonder if we should put the dome light on. I'll brighten it up a little. You can see a bit more detail here now. I can't believe this radio is still tuned into Curitiba Tower. That's impressive. But there's not much else in the vicinity right now. But Curitiba, where we left, the tower is 90 nautical miles away. So that's how far we've traveled already. So yeah, we're nearly 1/7 into our trip. Oh, big one. A big haul. We'll have the contrails up on this view for sure, yep. And the moon. Which view would be the best one to stay in on the flight? This one. You can be a passenger for a little while. I think the plane will happily take care of itself during the cruise phase. This is the easiest part of the flight on the plane. Throttles are pulled back a little. Oh, hello. Making a little tweak. I'm trusting totally on the autopilot here. But yeah, on a given flight, the most dangerous part of a flight is the takeoff, because it's the only time on the entire flight when the engines are pushed to pretty much full power. If it's toga, it's full power. If you're flexing to temp or something like that, then you're only using a certain... You're not going to full blast, you're only using the percentage needed based on conditions, I think. So, up here in the cruise phase, the throttles are pushed back into the climb position, and I mean, you can see for yourself how far back the throttles are. I mean, there are a couple of detents away, so you've got the toga here, which is your full power everything, and then you have FLX MCT, I don't know what that is, flight something. This is your climb, and we're staying in the climb detent now, so we're quite a bit down from the max, and we're pushing 77.6% on the engines. So they are throttled back. They're well within. They're running at 3/4 power, so I don't think they're getting pushed. So this is probably a nice safe part of the flight. And then you've got the descent, which pretty much idles the engines back and only makes power when you are needing to level out or whatever. So after takeoff, it's, yeah, the plane's fairly easy. It's not being stressed out too much, which is good to know, right? So we're doing what? Oh, we've actually slowed down up here. It's probably, yeah, we're doing 290 on the ascent, and then now that we're up here, we're doing just under 250. But I think this, don't take this as an accurate reading of how fast we're going, by the way, because it all depends on how far off the ground you are as well. So this speed at this altitude is going to be pretty damn fast. If you have a look at how fast Mach 0.78 is in miles an hour, kilometers an hour, then yeah. Does the sim... Oh, hi Matt, welcome. Apologies for my lack of knowledge, I just jumped in and heard the chat about towers and radio. Does the sim include air traffic and ATC from other aircraft? Okay, so in short, it does include ATC, which would be here, and there is chatter. How accurate it is to the real world, I'm not sure, but I do have an add-on program running, which is putting planes in the sim that are mirroring the real world as we have it right now. So any plane you see up in the sky right now here will be there in the real world, although there'll be a bit of a lag, but you're not going to hear actual chatter like you would hear in a plane. But I've got yet another program which does do that. I'm going to see if I can tune it in now. No. It's a Unicom channel, so I don't know if it's going to... Oh, it's out of range perhaps. No, it doesn't say out of range. What about this one? Yeah, the radios have gone off because I've got 3 possible radio stations I can pick up where we are right now, and none of them are working. I don't want to use the ATC that comes with the sim, because it's going to start, you know, it's going to start wanting me to do things that I don't want to do. So we should be on 130.850, and we are. Let me try 131.250. Again, I don't think we'll pick anything up. We're on our own at the moment in South America. Oh yeah, live traffic. Got live traffic. This is live weather and live time. So if it starts to rain over Brazil right now, it's going to start raining. Although we won't get it up here, but it will be down there. And every building you see and every road like this, if you go to Google Maps and look at this area, you will see this and a layout very similar to this. The buildings aren't like, if I was to zoom in on your house, it wouldn't look like your house, but a building would be there to represent it. So this is all accurate to the entire globe, really. Got some water here. But if I could tell you where we were flying over and what this town was, and you looked at this on Google Maps, oh look, is that meant to be like a little boat? Let's see where we are. I'm going to see if I can get the town that we're just flying over right now. Okay, so where are we? Where are we? Center on aircraft. So the town was Campos Novos. Campos Novos Centro. So Campos Novos, which is near, it's in the region of, no, I don't know where it's in the region of. Campos Novos. Should we check it while we oh yeah, I will. We'll take off from the local airport. Right, that was Campos Novos. Let's have a look in Google Maps and see if we can see that little boat-shaped thing that we just saw. I'll just bring up the map. Go to Campos Novos, state of Santa Catarina, Brazil. Okay, so let's bring it up on the stream and see. So that little town we just, or city or village or whatever the heck it is. So let's see. We pull this out. There is those things that we saw, remember those lines? And that one that looked like a little boat, I wonder if that's here. Wasn't that here next to it, or was it on the other side? Because we were flying down this way. But yeah, we did see this for sure. Where's that boat shape? Ah, there it is. There, here. Look, look. See this? If I switch it back, perhaps. There you go. So you got the sails, and then you got the boat. And we just went over it in the simulator. So you can see the kind of accuracy you're looking at here. It does look like a boat, but on its side. It's pretty cool. Yeah. What you see is what there is. What you see in the simulator is what there is in the real world. Yep. And then we've got this place, which I don't know what it is. Any outstanding features apart? Is that? It's not water, is it? No, it's trees. Trees there. So we are, I don't know, all I can see here is we've got a big town and a little chunk on the side and then a hill with a smiley face. I don't know. And where is this? This is, oh come on program. We are passing. Hang on, I'm not seeing anything on the map here. Where is it? Okay, it's just behind me, so it is... It's not showing me anything on the map. Oh yeah, São José do Outro. Or is that... But that's to my... That's over here. I think it's just reporting a little bit out, actually. Yeah, maybe we'll wait. Or is it this one? No. See, I think the map might be lagging a little bit. But yeah, no, we're on autopilot, so we're fine for a long while. Oh, we did get above those clouds as well. This thing is just murdering along the sky here. get in the jet stream if we can. There you go. It's quite featureless. There's the occasional little town here. What's this one coming up? I don't know what map I'm using. I think it's Google Maps on this, on my navigation map. Apparently we're just flying over a river right now. It's a thin one, but it's supposed to be there. Comunicare Sao Geraldo Sananduva. Is that meant to be this place? It's not showing me towns on this map. Let me see if I can select. Oh, it is Google Maps. Okay, we'll go to satellite. There we go. Yeah, oh, maybe I've got it zoomed in. It's showing me a motel. There's a it's showing me a motel. Yeah, great. Don't really need to know that. See, there's these little towns, but I'm not seeing them on the maps. Which is weird. Oh, okay, I've got a town here. Ibiaza, which is this one right underneath us. Ibiaza. Okay. I don't know if I can bring that up in Google Maps. If I can find the screen that has it. I've got so many screens open right now. There we go. I've actually forgotten how to spell it, which means we're out of luck. Yep, we're out of luck. I don't know how to spell it, and now the plane's already gone past. We need to be going past some big places. So, let's see, we've got, oh, we've got radios. Right, approach, try this one. Oh, it's a very low. I can hear it, but it's low. I can raise the volume. Change another one.
38916, do you receive the ILS sign on it now? Fire, sir, you're...
Take it off. You won't hear the radio here in the cabin. Yeah, but you see, just that little example there, you can see that how the sim completely mimics the entire planet, including North Pole, South Pole. It's all here. You're gonna love it. So we've got a fair clip to go. Oh my God! Look at the wind. Is that right? Look how much it's pulling. Right, we have a wind at 310 degrees. Right, you can see the arrow. So the wind is coming from. The wind is coming from east to west at 106 knots, and it's pushing against the tail so much that it's twisted the plane. The autopilot is compensating. It's still flying along the flight path, but it's like doing a cross landing, you know. That's a strong wind. Jeez. So we're actually flying kind of like this. We're flying straight in that way, but the wind is pushing. Obviously it's going to hit the tail, and it's pushing the back of the plane that way, and you can see it represented here. 105 knot wind. Eek. That's a fair clip of breeze, isn't it? Wow. I wonder when we cross the border from Brazil into Argentina. I'm just going to have a look. The state of Rio Grande. Oh, do we have to go through Uruguay? Yeah, we're going to have to go through Uruguay as well. Yeah, the state of Rio Grande do Sul, which I think do Sul would be of the south, or of the sun. I don't know. Sun, south. I don't know. It depends. I don't know Portuguese. Let me just change my map again. If I can find out. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna have to. We are midway through the state of Rio Grande, and then we'll go through Uruguay, and then we'll be heading into Argentina. Buenos Aires. We'll be going straight into the Buenos Aires province, which is huge. It's massive. I didn't realize it was actually so big. I'm going to turn the radio volume down a little. So, all is good. Plane is happy. So let's get into the passenger seat. We'll go this one. We've got the sun over there, beating down. Let's see if we can see any of that wind just affecting the wing here. I mean, it is bouncing a little. But the wind is coming onto this aerofoil. It's coming from behind over to the window here. So it's not like it's cutting it sideways or anything. It's a really strong wind we have. Probably, I think I can definitely say this is the strongest crosswind I've been in at cruising altitude, 106. You just see the little bit of flexing here on the wing. So it's light, nothing too nothing to worry about.
American 1407, Roger. Good afternoon. Runway 03 right, clear to land. Wind 04012, 28110, 009.
Is it still there? No, it's died down a little. It's 87 knots. Let me find out what speed we're doing here. Actual speed. So yeah, 600 miles an hour is what we're doing right now. Even though it says 243 knots. Let's see what that is. 243 knots. So 243 knots comes out at just under, well, let's call it 280 miles an hour. but it's registering 280 miles an hour because we're at 38,000 feet where the air is very, very thin. The actual speed is right there, Mach 780, which is around 600 miles an hour. That's our ground speed. So we are really, really motoring. Yeah, this isn't really what we're doing. I mean, if we were to lower the plane onto the ground, we would not be doing 260 or 280 miles an hour. No, sorry, Bob. We'd be doing about 600. Is that it? Yeah, the shades. It'd be nice for them to get the shades working. Hello, Lenny. Is Navigraph worth a subscription? Yes, if you... Yeah, it is. If you want to learn how to use the charts, or you know how to use them already, yeah. I cancelled my Amazon Prime in order to do it. Yeah. They are so useful. If you're flying commercial jets, I would say it's a must, because the information that you need from them, like landing elevation, decision altitude, I suppose you could get that information elsewhere, but to have it all sewn up into one place, like I've got them here as well on the screen somewhere. Which one is it? So for example, our destination airport is SAE. Can we change the brightness of this as well? Oh no, that's night mode and day mode. Okay, let's go with night mode. So the approach, we're coming in on ILS runway 35, ILS Zulu runway 35. So you have information here, a lot of good stuff that you need. Your localizer frequency, your final approach course, which you can get on the airport information as well. And then you've got your decision altitude here, 267, but I'd prefer to take it from down here. So runway elevation, 67 feet. The decision altitude, by which time if you go underneath that, then you have to land. You can't abort anymore. Then you've got information like where you're going to pick up the glide slope here, where the plane will pick up the glide slope. Because I think that's what that does. And this is your final approach here. So 351 would be the course. And then you've got your ILS frequency, which you can use to pick up the glide slope with. And if you go to the stars, let me just pick any one. You can find out, if it doesn't say, like this one does, transition altitude by ATC, it'll tell you whatever the transition altitude is for where you're going, and where you're coming down to. And then you've got all your waypoints here before you get to the final approach. It's really useful if you're planning on doing a lot of flights in commercial airliners. It's useful as well for the general aircraft as well, but for the commercial jets, yeah. But don't forget, you can just take it out, take a subscription out for a month or so. You can cancel any time. But for me, yeah, these are super cool. I don't know if I could actually do without them now. So where's my airport? So where's the airport info? This one. Like this would be. Nope, I don't think this is the one I want. No, it isn't. There's a certain chart I want to look at. Airport overview, I think I just saw it. I think I just saw it, and so you got low-vis taxi routes, or low visibility. Where's the other one? Okay, well, we'll use this one. So this is for like taking off. You're going to be taking off. You've got your course set, your actual degrees for the runway, length of runway, your airport map, of course. And if we go to SIDS, we should get the transition altitude. I've probably picked one that doesn't have it. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, transition altitude 3,000 feet, which is when you change the air pressure. But yeah, for me, it's definitely worth it. Couldn't really be without it now. Too handy. Good evening, Andy. There's something they need to tidy up here. Missed the alpha map out on those screws and got the bump map the wrong way around. We downloaded the fly-by-wire and I'm going to attempt to learn how to fly it. Okay. Yeah, get a grip on that first. You know, just get a feel of it. And because if you don't know how to read the charts, it's another thing to learn on top of the plane. So yeah, but use SimBrief, generate your flight plan, and let the autopilot do its stuff. But there's information that this MCDU wants that you can only get off the charts. Can you load the flight plan from Navigraph to plane? You can create a flight plan in Navigraph, sure. I always use SimBrief, so you don't need to use it, but in Navigraph, yeah, you can, and you can also have, if you want, the Navigraph icon here, so you can, it's built into the sim. I personally don't do that because I've had issues with it. But yeah, you can create flight plans in Navigraph. Whether it imports it into the aircraft or not, I don't know. I know SimBrief does. You can't do it here, I don't think. Local files, no. Pin charts. Yeah, if I pinned it on the browser, it would probably be here. Yeah, in the Navigraph app itself, you can indeed create a flight plan. I haven't done it, but yeah, you can. Now this is where we are, guys. Look, we're nearly halfway already. Average wind 287 degrees at 49 knots. That's okay. It's a lot calmer than what we've been experiencing. So the wind has calmed down to 30 now, and now the plane looks a bit more in line with the flight path, thankfully. So we are coming up to Pupco, which is here. We just passed Pubed. Less said about that the better. And 43 nautical miles. To get to Pupco is also indicated. Yeah, I think the fly-by-wire is good. A good step up. If you've been already flying the standard one on Masobo, the fly-by-wire is a great step up. And then of course, if you feel confident and you like it and everything, you might want to consider in the future the Phoenix, which is the best plane, you know, in terms of study level, best plane you can get in a sim, period. And as if that's not enough, as if that accolade isn't enough, Phoenix will soon be bringing out version 2 of that plane with even more tweaked aerodynamics, performance, bugs fixed, I guess. Big enough to call it version 2, so Lord knows. Oh, and they're going to try and reduce the frame rate that it takes up as well, so that's going to be a good thing. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the V2. It's the same plane. It's not like a different plane they're bringing out. It's still the Airbus A320, but it's version 2, which sounds like a huge chunk of an update, doesn't it? Really, it's going to be massive. I think since I've had the Phoenix, I've only seen, I think, one update from them, a minor update, and this one's going to promise to be a big one. I'm looking forward to that one. I'll be flying that baby when it comes, that's for sure. Plan is maybe to get confident enough. Oh yeah, I haven't got confident enough of that sim myself yet. Oh no. I hope to one day just learn the read back, you know, when they tell you something. But I'm so nervous that when they call my plane, I'll you know, in amongst all the chatter, I'll miss it. And then you've got to read back what they've said. So they'll call your plane identifier and then they'll say, you know, British Airways 267, da 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 da, and then you've got to read back da 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 what they said and then end it with British Airways 267, things like that.
1638 approach, falling down 24.
But there's a program, isn't it Pilot ATC or something that you can use where you can talk to the app, like it talks to you in ATC and you can talk back to it through your microphone in the ATC format. But yeah, VATSIM is a great thing to get onto because it's basically air traffic control but with humans doing it. And my scary thing would be I would need to learn how to do a go around on these planes, or not a go around, but to put the plane in a holding pattern. And I know you can program them in here, the holding patterns, and I would need to learn that, because when you're flying like this without VATSIM, you generally don't need to do holding patterns or anything like that. You just go A to B. But it could be that the air traffic controller on VATSIM will say, you know, there's 6 more planes to land before you, so establish a holding pattern. And I'd be, oh, what do I do now? You know, it would just freak me out. So yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for it, but I would hope that one day that I could. Yeah, maybe one day I'll just wake up and I'll just put my mind to it and say, right, let's get online, let's get on YouTube, let's learn, let's go through some tutorial videos on how to use VATSIM and how to speak first, how to speak ATC, and then it would make for a very much more immersive experience for sure. Yeah. Maybe one day. Very mountainous area we're going over. In fact, the whole trip is like this. It's just a lot of mountainy, just what you would expect, I guess, from Brazil. And oh, it's quieter on this side. Yeah, I can fly the plane, but I need to learn to do the holding patterns. I want to learn how to do the custom waypoints as well, and also the go around. With the go around, I think you would have a secondary flight plan as well. So your primary flight plan would be your departure to your arrival airport, and then your secondary flight plan would be from your arrival airport to your alternative airport. So in case suddenly you can't land there for some reason, low visibility, and they turn you away, you have to turn to your alternative airport, and then you need to bring in the secondary flight plan, which is already pre-set up to get you to that airport. So yeah, you could do it that way. I'm not even going to touch this. I don't know what this is. HTC Communications. I am not even going to touch it. I don't want anything to mess up. There's top of descent. We had to reprogram the approach though, the descent and the approach, so I hope we're going to be okay. I just want this flight to be smooth, baby. Hello, Wasp Zero.
Little M, runway 10, country flight 108.
Oh, I can't see me getting into that sim anytime soon, really. But yeah, yeah, put on my notes, noob. Yeah, mine would be treat me like I'm 9 years old. Yeah, it'd be good. But yeah, no, I don't think Heathrow would be a place I would be taking off or landing at on my first BATSIM flight. Somewhere where it's a bit less busy, you know. Any of you guys remember what these three balls are for? Just in case. You remember? It's for the pilot and co-pilot to have a game of mini pool while they are flying. See, the seat doesn't come down on this or anything. Where the Phoenix is a lot more fully functional in that area. Yeah, so oh, scratches. Nobody couldn't handle a screwdriver properly. I'd say we're just a tad over halfway now. Yeah, I think that would be handy as well though. But the thing with VATSIM is it's another subscription thing. And I think things are too tight for me to justify it at the moment. But it would be good to tune in and just listen. Spend a week, 2 weeks just listening to people and how they talk and stuff like that. I think it would be useful. Oh, there's no grey skies here. Looks very clear. And we are not long away from getting into the border with Uruguay. There's a plane in front of us. I don't know how far away he is. Let's have a look. What's the scale here? Okay, he's a fair distance away. About 50 nautical miles ahead. And he is at 34,000 feet. I don't think we're going to see him from 50 miles out. At night time, with the lights, maybe, but oop. But he is sort of over here, about 4,000 feet below us. But like I say, he's around 50 nauticals away. Maybe more, maybe 50, maybe 60. Yeah, 50, 60. And there's a guy on our left-hand side right now. Iberia? What? Iberia flight. Altitude? 38,900. So, slightly above. Is he there? Can't see him. No contrails either, which he would definitely leave at this altitude. So that's the only plane we have. Actually, he's dropped off my little nav map now. Well, Uruguay we've got to get into, and then it's quite a distance across there, and then into Buenos Aires. Oh, there's our airport. Oh, okay. So the moment we leave Uruguay, we're going over a little bit of water, and then the airport is just on the other side of it. Oh, okay. That's cool. VATSIM podcast. Oh, VATSIM is free, is it? Oh, I thought it was a subscription based. Oh. Cool. I thought it. I always thought VATSIM was subscription. Oh, damn it. Okay. Let's go in YouTube and search VATSIM Observer Setup. Just, oh, okay. There's a special VATSIM Observer mode then. In fact, if you start MSFS and go to airport you're tuned into, you can see all the VATSIMs that you can hear. Cool. Oh, we are 68 nautical miles away, guys, from Montevideo. Let's tune into them. This is Montevideo. Now you can hear on the radios. Sounds like a video mountain, doesn't it? Monte, which is mountain, and then video. Mount Video. No cameras, please. What's going on here? The alpha maps are missing from here. And then these screws. Oh no, the bump map is correct. Yeah, the alpha maps are all missing. Hope they correct that in an update soon. You can see the black outline, it hasn't got the alpha map assigned, that's all. Not a big deal. Waste a minute. Don't put your crap in here. Oxygen. It just reminds me of Jerry, little bit Jerry Seinfeld did on aeroplanes when he was saying that about the stewardesses singing a song to the passengers. We've got seatbelts and oxygen masks, things for you to use. It was on one of his stand-up gigs he did a while back. There's been a lot of comedians that have done airline skits before. So we've had Jerry Seinfeld's done it. We've had Jim Jeffries, I think, did one. I'm not sure, but possibly Bill Burr. But the all-time has got to be George Carlin. Yeah, George Carlin's one was brilliant about the planes. The captain has asked. Oh, here we go. More shit from the bogus captain. And then what was the one when they got to the airport? She'll say, "Welcome to O'Hare International Airport." Well, how can someone who's just arriving herself welcome you to a place? We've barely got on the ground and she's coming on like the mayor's wife. George Carlin's take on airplanes is great, and all the terminology as well. Like the use of the word terminal in an airport is not a great thing. He said, for some reason I can't get hungry at a place called the Terminal Snack Bar. I just realized this is the top of the coffee cup. This is the reflection of the cup. Why is it take? Look at the way it changes as you zoom in and out. How cool is that? That is so good. And the lighting and stuff in games these days is ridiculous. Quite away from Doom 3 and not Doom 3, but the actual Doom, the original Doom and Unreal Tournament, or even Flight Sim X. I fancied doing a stream of Flight Sim X because now I've picked up how to fly these planes. Which was something I never could do properly in Flight Sim X, would be to go into Flight Sim X, load up one of these airliners and fly it and see what happens and see if I can finally do it. Because I always wanted to fly the commercial jets, but I never could manage it. I never knew what everything did, how to program the flight plans. I knew nothing about charts or any such thing like that. I was a complete newbie, totally. And the only time I would fly them would be when they're ready to go on the runway, all switched on and engines powered up and everything. And then I would just full throttle, lift up, flaps in, wheels in, fly around on the joystick, attempt to engage an autopilot, which didn't have a flight plan, so that was fun. And then sometimes if I felt brave, I would try and turn the plane around after 5 minutes and head back and land back on the runway I took off from. And that was my jet airliner life in FSX. I never did a full flight with it, ever, once, never. But I still have FSX on Steam, and I think, I am sure I've got it still installed. Yeah. So maybe give that a go.
Delta 1974 Bay with 106 degrees, not UNH 999 here to left.
So, what do we have any idea before we get to top of descent? We've got 109 plus 16 plus 59 plus 4. What does all that come to? So 60, so let's call that 75, 175, 183, 188, 187 now. 187 nautical miles before top of descent. It's not too bad. Oh, the wind is, yeah, the wind is 41, but it's, we've got a headwind right now. Nice. That's nice. And look how straight the plane is now. Perfect. Because the wind direction has changed. It's basically hitting us from the front, which is awesome. Just gives us that bit more lift. Keeps the plane lifted nicely. Oh, lovely. Is that why the engines are able to back off 1%? Because we've got a bit more lift. Oh, very nice. The fuel is flowing slightly more. We're using up 10 kilograms an hour more on the left engine than on the right. 790 kilograms per hour of fuel. And we have 4,620 left. It's all interesting. Right, are we in Uruguay yet? Oh yeah, we are. We've been in Uruguay for a little while. Oh, if you guys want to see exactly where we are, I can definitely show you. Let me just put this into quiet mode. Now then. Window. And I want a little nav map.
Yes, Blue 38. Blue 38 with you 14.6, climbing flight level 180.
Alright, so we are here. This is all Uruguay. And our airport is here. This is where we're landing. So we just got across all of Uruguay, across this little body of water, and then right there. There is a chunk of airports here. But this is ours. And this is our runway. This one that comes up from the south. We're going to be landing this way. This is our runway, 35. But we'll be coming in. It looks like we're coming in above and then turning around. Coming in above and then turning around and landing that way. That's the way it seems to me.
200 knots, Delta 573.
Yeah, we can zoom right in and get an idea of the speed. A couple of planes as well, but they're a fair distance away.
Delta 573, good day. Bye.
Las Toscas. And then we'll be, oh, there's a body of water coming up after San Gregorio de Polanca. I have no idea where any of these are. Paso Pereira. Paso Pereira I just saw, but it's somewhere. There. Paso Pereira. That literally just translates to pass. Pereira Pass. Okay, yeah, cool. That is where we are. Let me just zoom it out a tad. There we go. So yeah, we've come all this way from here. All this way. We just gotta get to there now.
Alright, Captain 546, contact 121, that's 12. 21.2, American 254.
Main damage.
Maintain 200 knots of the
Is Anchor what in there? I don't know, mate. I couldn't tell you right now. If it's an airport, probably. definitely. If it's a big airport, yes, definitely. But I actually can't find out right now. Well, I think the captain, i.e. me, needs a bathroom break. I will leave you with this view and I'll be 2 seconds. The temple complex. When I read that, George, I read a terrible complex. Give me a sec. Some nice scenery. It's an old Asian city temple complex. Well, if you remind me when we land, or once we've done with this flight, we can check it out. The long and winding road. I wonder if it's this. That's a lot of squiggles. That'd be something good to look into on Google Maps to see if it's just like that. Any more peanuts available? Right, how are we doing? Doing okay. So, descent information. Do we do it now? Should we check it out? So the next phase is descent, and next phase. Okay. Might be a little bit early to put this in. Where's it got this from? Did it just, is that just in there as a thing, or is it actually, I don't know what, because the transition altitude on the charts just says that it will be given by ATC, and I've seen no real indication of what it actually is supposed to be. But we are a little bit away from the top of descent yet, so. Oh, Barrow is not going to change, so we can feed that in now. That's 267. This is our decision altitude. The temperature and the QNH will put that in, and the wind will put that in from the YouTube chat before the thing, before the descent phase, or maybe even on as we're descending we can do that. I'd rather do it just before top of descent, to be honest. So maybe at Gouvon we've got 6 nautical miles, we've got time to do it then. Maybe just a bit before. I like to give myself plenty of time, because when the plane enters top of descent and starts to descend, I like to be ready for it and paying attention to it. So as we're coming down, the last constraint here is 2930. That's a weird one, so I'm not buying into that one. So I'm going to set my final altitudes down to 3000. at 3,000 feet. It won't go anywhere, it'll stay where it is. So there's Vodup coming up in 39 nauticals, which is correct. There's your 40 marker. You should have the airport in sight by now. There it is. The airport is around, what would that be, 180 nautical miles away, more or less. But you can, we are circling from the other way around. No, we're not coming, I thought we were coming in around that way, but we're not, we're circling in that way. Well, that'll be fun. Yep, looking forward to that. What would you say are must-have mods for this sim? Wow. Planes or airports or what? Or other things? Mods, add-ons. You mean third-party programs and stuff like that, Lenny? First, I'd grab all the free stuff, like Little Nav Map, which is a nice tool I use. I also do my flight plans on Little Nav Map when I'm using the if I'm going to fly VOR with the older, the smaller planes. And then I use FSLTL from the launcher on fly-by-wire, which does all of my live traffic. And then I'm using, well, actually this isn't free, but FSATC Chatter I'm using. So I don't know what I paid for that one, but it wasn't expensive. But that's the radios that you're hearing right now. That's what that does. It's not live or anything like that, because it probably wouldn't be allowed to do that. Yeah, so the hijack pack. I asked a developer, I hope to stream it at some point, but I need to learn the damn thing. I asked the developer if he would send a review copy of a certain aircraft. I'm not going to say what it is yet. And I wasn't really expecting a response or anything, or anything positive. But they did. They responded the next day, and they told me to register on the site, and they would give me access to all of their products. Yikes. Now they've only got 3 products, but still. One of them I already had, as it happened, but it's no problem. And so the guy just put three Steam keys on my thing. How cool was that? And it's something that's really cool, guys, for a flight sim. Really cool. It's a question of me learning it, though. If I can learn how to fly the thing, it's gonna be fun. Trust me. This isn't... all I can say is it doesn't have wings. Sound's getting low. Just the right time, I think. Nice. So it's not a night flight. We'll be landing when the sun is setting. Perfect. Perfect. Actually, if you want to know what it is, I can tell you. Yeah, he was asking about Navigraph earlier, Wasp. Yeah, SimBrief and Navigraph essential, I would say, if you're going to fly commercial jets. I prefer SimBrief for doing my flight planning, but you can flight plan in Navigraph. But SimBrief is free, it does it all for you, and it's quick. SimBrief is fast. So you just have to put in a few variables and you're good to go. But yeah, you can do it with Navigraph. I have never done it with Navigraph myself.
Is the runway dry right now or what?
Runway dry.
Runway dry, thank you.
Yeah, so I can tell you, if you Google H145 by Hype Performance Group, I have the aircraft, which is a helicopter. I've got the helicopter, and I have the action pack, which sends you on missions on oil rigs and rescue missions and putting out fires, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be freaking awesome, but I have no clue. I can take off with the helicopter and I can move it around a little bit, but if I pointed to the piece of the ground and said I want to land there in that field, yeah, no, we'd either be crashing into an adjacent field. I can't land the helicopter is basically what I'm saying, and I don't have any specialist helicopter flying hardware, so I need to learn how to fly this thing. But as a helicopter, if you look at it, the model, the interior, it's superb. It really is superb, and it's got all the rescue liveries, rescue people hanging outside the helicopters on winches and stuff. You've got those buckets, I think it's called a Bambi, that hangs underneath the helicopter. They're full of water that you can press the button and it releases the water. Yeah, so it's quite a different experience to what we're doing right now here in this Airbus. And there is top of descent, guys. So let's get our info fed in. It's actually asking us to enter the destination data, so let's go do that now. So into the performance panel, and we'll go to the next phase and the next phase, and let's get the METAR, guys. Let's stick it up on the chat. So METAR for SAEZ, I think. Pretty sure that's right. Yep. So whatever this METAR says is what we'll put in. Alright, so it wants the QNH, which is 1019. Let's get that in. Oh, sugar. Of course, it doesn't do the first number when you come off another monitor. 1019. Temperature 16. Wind 360 at 5. Radio we don't need to bother with. Config 3-phase, I think that's what we're going to be going with, right? Sorry, full. Yes, full flaps. Yeah, full flaps. So that's it. That's the destination data put in. We've got the minimums as well, so we're good. Nice. Top of descent just moved, did it? I wonder if it's moved top of descent now based on the information I've just fed in. Temperatures and air pressures and stuff. It's moved it after move on now. Or was it there before? I'm sure something just jumped. No, it's right. It's exactly what it was. It was 6 nautical miles after Gubon. Okay. Sorry. I just thought I saw something jump there. Okay. We're good. So in 60 nautical miles we will be descending. Oh, ILS frequency, guys. Jeez. Oh, I think it knows, right? This plane is quite smart. ILS frequency is 108.7. Where does it go? I can't remember where it goes. Is it here as well? Oops. Where does it put the ILS frequency? Come on, get your brain out of Boeing mode. Ah, here, Krog. No, radio. 108.7. Whew. Oh, and the course. Okay, so the course coming into the runway, it's actually 351, but it's the. I'm going to put 353 because that's what Navigraph is reporting.
Charlie Roger, runway higher, and catching
VOR, I'm not going to bother putting this in. This is the standby frequency. I'm not going to bother with that. So, yeah. 3-degree descent slope. So yeah, 108.7, it's already got it in. It knows it already. I didn't put that in. Smart Alec plane. Yeah, for the virtual career in the plane, I used to use what was the one I used? I don't use it anymore because again it's subscription based. What was the one I used, guys? Remember? Had a virtual airline. I don't remember. Yeah, I used to use a one that did that, and I had like 6 employees. We even had an Airbus. No, maybe more than 6. Oh, these radios are crackly, eh? Let's see if we can tune a different frequency here. So, as if by magic, I'm going to tune to 120.4. This is a place called Durazno. Durazno. Let's have a look out. Hello, Uruguay. I remember Homer Simpson seeing Uruguay on a globe, an atlas, and laughing to himself because he thought it said "you are gay." Typical Homer. Self-loading cargo, yeah. Self-loathing cargo. I can't remember what the one was that I used, and it's annoying me now. But it cost a certain amount per year. Not too much, I don't think, but I decided to. I wasn't using it very much, so I decided not to resubscribe to it. But I don't remember its name. I'm trying to look through my files, but I have got so many damn files. Flight Sim is taking up 2 SSDs. It's ridiculous. Well, there's bits of it on one SSD and bits of it on another, and it wouldn't be viable to put them together at the moment. I'm sure it began with a air. Was it not air something? No, I'm looking through my files and there's nothing there. No, I don't know. But yeah, I used to use one. It was pretty decent. I quite liked it actually. Yeah, Pack X I have here. I just don't use it though. trying to find these apps that'll do it. Trying to get a list of them. But it's not. Is it virtual flying? I know. Let's put Korea. North Korea or South Korea? No, neither of those. Ah, On Air. That's what it was. On Air. Yes. That's the one I used to use. On Air. I liked it. It gave a purpose to flying, because you were earning money for your business, and you could fly cargo, you could fly people. Yeah, and it just gave the flight a kind of a purpose, in that you would earn money from it, and then that money would go. You could pay your staff, and of course you've got the ability to buy planes or rent. You could rent an Airbus and then make money to pay it off and buy it, or you can just stop renting and actually buy an Airbus if you make enough money. Things like that. It was really cool. Ah, the in-game ribbon. Mine is different. I changed it. I didn't like those big arrows. We're going to be sinking soon, aren't we? I didn't like those big arrows, so mine is like little green dots now. It looks like the taxiways themselves. So much better. I do use the standard ribbon, but it's a different graphic. Just little green dots now. You'll see if we get a decent landing here. I'm just hoping that this flight hasn't been a complete waste of time. Oh, the clouds are looking beautiful here. And we are about to descend. Okay, I'm going to bring down the range. Okay, there it is. It keeps moving. Confirmed it moved. Because Group 1 is like, well, I don't know. It's disappearing. Now we've got the dot appearing, so something's arming itself here. Come on, autopilot. It says top of descent reached. Why isn't it going down? Are we not in managed mode? We weren't in managed mode. Why not? Okay, so now we're going to have to descend a little bit harder. It wasn't in managed mode. I didn't have the dot there. Good thing I spotted it soon, though. We can compensate for that, I think, a little. So that little green dot that vanished, we need to see him again.
From the front deck, ladies and gentlemen, as we have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Come on, little green circle. 19. We need you to keep that number to keep going down so that it can start leveling up and line back up with this yellow line. We're way above the white thing. I can probably add a little bit of drag here just to slow us down. I wonder if that would help bring it just to compensate for what we had. I'm going to put the slats out, although you don't really see it too much there. Just want to kind of bring it in a little. Wow, we are descending like crazy. Do you know that there's a way to descend your plane without gaining speed as well? By slipping the plane. Yeah. Well, which is basically turning the plane to the side, like as if you were in a crosswind, but also twisting the joystick or like rudder pedals, whatever, to compensate for that, and then you're kind of breaking up the wind flow and making the wind, how does it work now? You're breaking up the wind flow on one of the wings, and the plane starts to drop, but you don't gain speed from it. Oh, okay, we're now below. Now we're below the proper flight path, so we need to ease off, bring the little green ball back into play. Come on, down and just stay in the middle. There you go. That will put us on a perfect VNAV flight path. That's it, calm it there. It might dip under a little, but that's better. Oh, those clouds look gorgeous. Still hitting 50 frames per second, and I hope it stays there for the entire flight. Because we have had final approach drops. So around 10,000 feet I'm going to be putting the necessary lights on and doing something up here, which I forgot what it... Oh yeah, the brakes. I knew there was something. Oh, have they got the brake fans working? Oh, very cool. Yeah, you're right. I know, Wasp. I know. Just having a little bit of a brainy moment there. But yeah, pull it down. Yep, I know. First time I've ever done it that way for some strange reason. I wondered why the flaps weren't going up. But it doesn't matter, we're cool. We're alright. I don't know where they modelled this half peeled off sticker, but they need to clean it up. Because if I was flying this plane, I'd have got my fingernail and peeled that off by now. And that one. Is that what it is? Or is it something else? Because it's the same on both. It looks like a half... Well, that's what it looks like to me anyway. So at Jester we want to be 4-4. No constraints all the way down until we meet Jester at 4,400. And then there's another one at the center fix here, which is... I'm going to call that 3,000 because yes. And then we have the final fix, by which time we should have hooked onto the localizer and the glide slope, and then straight into the runway. That's the plan. Experimental version, Wasp, this one. We have a beautiful 43 knot headwind. Very nice, very nice. I like that. Better than a tailwind. Oh, there's the land, look. So this is the water we said we'd be going over, and now it's just turning to line up with the runway. Awesome. Oh, nice. Screenshot moment, that is. What a nice time of the day to come in for a landing. Really cool. Oh, that's changed the speed. Okay. Where's me thing gone? Can't leave it for a moment before it loses the VNAV path. What's going on? We're below the path where we need to be. I'm sure it'll sort itself out. In fact, it is doing. I wonder why it switched the speed there. Oh, I can hear the engines now. If you are below your flight path, you can accelerate, you can speed up, which will help you get back on it as well. Here we go, it's bringing us back now. Oh, did I? Well, there's nothing amber until we land. Oh, you mean these? Is that what that is? It can't achieve that? So it's got basically 42 miles to get from 5,000 to 3,000. Well, it's maybe the speed. Oh yeah, 136. I don't know, that should be okay, right? Well, I don't know what to do about it until it happens, so we're just gonna have to see what happens. We're perfectly on the flight path. So what's this thing? Nice and quiet, the engines now. Oh, we got a little ship down there as well, a cargo ship, or oil tanker, or whatever it might be. Ah! What happened? Actually, let me just line this up to where I want it for later. There. Yeah, I think we'll be okay between 5 and 3. I hope so. Because this is where we had to change the approach, because the one that it had was just crazy. Right, seat belts are on. No smoking was already on auto. Put the brakes on low. And we'll arm the speed brake later. QNH, what did we say it was? 10, yeah, I know it's already set on the computer, 1019. I don't know what the transition altitude is though. So 215, so 200 for 2, 185 for 3. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a super tight turn. I can see why it thinks it might have an issue here. I might, if depending on what speed we're doing when we get the Jester, I might. It's going to have to slow itself down a little bit actually. We're doing 250 right now, and Jester it's 136, and I'm thinking that's if it can't meet the speed. Oh, it's changed to purple, has it? Now it's gone to amber. Wouldn't the asterisk be on this side, or does it not know? The purple D is the point you activate approach mode. On the perf page, is it? This? I've never clicked that before. I've never clicked that before. I've always done it a different way. Are you sure? That's this, right? I've never done it this way. I've never pressed that button before. Yeah, I see the purple D. Okay, don't let me down. To drop off some speed here. Oh, it is slowing the plane down, yeah. Does that D come up every single time then? Oh, I see. It's not going to make the 2 because it's not going to descend from the 5,000 until it probably hits around here. I wonder if we can use some speed brake to maybe slow it down a bit. Yeah, I thought you meant the approach. This one, approach mode. Okay, that's something new. Ah, okay, the plane is slowing down nicely now. So the green dot. Okay, I might go flaps 1 here. Flaps 1, 230 to 10, yeah. Flaps 1, and I'm also gonna arm the speed brake. And flaps 2, because I really want to get this thing slowed down because we're a little bit above where we need to be. Check this out. So 4, 7, so CF35 is where I need to be doing my stuff. It's not descending quick enough at all. It's gonna have to pick up some. There's the runway. It's gonna have to. Why isn't it descending enough? So I've got flaps 2 currently, and the speed brakes are full on. How do you know when you've... Okay, when should I hit this approach mode? Okay, I'm not going to panic with the pressure either. Oh. That is the correct pressure. Okay, next set of flaps. Distance. I guess wheels down now, right? 3.9. Not quite. Final fix, we can go wheels down. Probably a bit early for the wheels, but I'm going to bring them down just to get a little bit of extra
Please prepare for landing.
friction, whatever. I think we're too high, personally, but
2,500.
it's got the glide slope now. Are we too high? I've been on the glide slope before though, and the plane has got closer and then just aborted itself. So we've got one more set of flaps to go, and that's it. Yeah, I know, speed brake is still out. So we're going to bring that in. Arm it.
2,000.
And full flaps. We're now in full landing configuration. All that is done. Okay. .46 frames per second. Happy lights are showing good. Too white, too red. Yeah, manual. I'll wait, if you don't mind. I'll wait. I know some people like to do it from further back, but I'll wait a little while. Yeah, it doesn't need to be on though, does it? Second one. It's just there for backup. We're okay.
1,000.
Oh, 500, I was going to do it at 7. Oops, I forgot, it's on, you only have to disable, you only have to press the button once on this, you have to press the AP button twice on the Boeing. And at a certain altitude, like now, these 400 feet, the puppy lights are meaningless.
$320, 100 above.
320 is a strange call out.
200.
You need to, the ideal is 50 at the zebra crossing. The zebra crossing here, that's your 50.
40. 30.
Bit low.
20. Retard. Retard. Retard.
What you call me?
Retard. 10. 5.
Reverse is on until 70. That was just me on the throttle, don't worry about that.
Retard.
Yeah, that was just my throttle setting. I always forget to... I should bring the throttle in and then come off the reverses. When I always do it the other way around. Ah, now it's going to stay on there and bug me.
Okay, your stand is 706 with. Thank you so much.
Okay, there's my landing dots. Taxi dots. Okay, so let's retract the flaps. Welcome to Ezeiza in Argentina. We have arrived.
Pistarini 8164, your spot is 709 with 709. Copy. 709 with. Thank you.
Now I don't know when he's going to turn me off, but I want to get the APU on. Beautiful time of day to land as well. Really nice.
American 1307, now, remaining taxi,
Yeah, so we were a little high coming in, but we compensated and managed it. The chrono's gone to 99.59, so that's awesome. I don't know where it's taking me. Is it going to take me across the runway again? Because it is. It wants me on the other side. Alright, well, you just slow down a little. Because the landing lights, you only put them on when you're actually on the runway.
Delta 150, taxi Foxtrot, holding point 15. Foxtrot, Alpha, holding point 15.
Yes, Commander Max, you can indeed. Actually, it does say portable devices. No portable devices, but yeah. We'll allow it. There's the airport. Well, actually, those are the hangars for this particular airline. Aerolíneas Argentinas, which is exactly what we've just been flying. I don't know where it thinks it's taking me, but there was some perfectly good gates just there. We're actually going via the back roads. There's an open hangar here as well. Interesting. I'll get to... How do I get the green taxi dots? Yeah, it's an add-on. I got it off flightsim.to, free of charge. You can change the color. You can have blue or whatever, and then you just use that particular file. I prefer the green because it looks just like the actual taxiways. A lot less intrusive. It's just better.
Flex 55, arrival 14.
Nothing in the hangar. And they should be visible from the outside as well. Yeah, they are. See, and it's just better. Those great big arrows are just... yeah. Oh, cheers, guys. Yeah, no, I didn't want to do a a dual cat landing, you know, an auto landing.
Delta 1974, welcome. Okay, runway via Charlie, this frequency to position Alpha 3.
The auto brakes. Oh, it's disarmed the auto. Okay. Another thing it's got on the Boeing there.
Yeah, you're swift.
Oh, the momentum you need to get going again. Come on.
Continue to stand 706 whiskey with caution area no visible from tower. Okay, so we leave on go, make go for 706 whiskey. Sorry.
We've got. How can we have 3.5 tons of fuel left? SimBrief has well overcalculated that. I put seatbelts off, but I shouldn't. But all my passengers are ex-movie stuntmen and stuntwomen, so with the long shadow of the plane.
Ground United 1916, clear to Bravo going to gate 114. United 1916, gate 114, everything.
I hope you've got a good gate. Oh, there's the gate. No jetways then. Is this a small airport? Why has it put me here? Doodles, of all places.
Ground United 1916, clear to Bravo going to gate 114. United 199.
The steering on this is a little bit freaky. Don't really want to park it on the grass though. Okay, I think we should be able to shut the engines down straight away. So now we've got to wait for the stairs to come and the whole shebang. Quarantine, yeah, maybe. Thank you guys for the praise on my landing there. That was cool. I'm glad it went smoothly. You didn't spill your drink and my peanuts over the person in the seat. Okay. Yeah, if I can find the file, Lenny, for the taxi dots. I guess if you search for taxi if you do a search for taxi in flightsim.to, you might find them there. Yeah, maybe I did break the plane. I could have, with GSX, I could have got a car, you know, and followed the car to get to here instead. No nicking of headphones. Ah, okay. I will gain damage. Yeah. Right, everybody. Oh, I know.
Qatar 815, just to be sure that which parking stands for.
Beacon light can go off now. I'll keep the rest on. APU bleed, I believe, not necessary. External power is on, but I don't think we have it. Let's have a look here.
Okay, your stand is 706.
So ground power unit is now there, so we should have it available. It says it's on. So if I turn the APU off, do we have it? Yay! So now we've got the... This will start shutting down. It's going to take a little while. It takes a few seconds to shut down. So all the cases are now coming off the plane.
7096. Thank you.
Well, I hope you had a nice flight, people. And look at the weather. It's just the perfect time of day. I love the way that, you can just see the daylight through the cockpit windows there. Brilliant.
American 1307, now, beginning.
Now we have 165 people. The bus can only take 90 people. So it'll fill 90 people and then it'll go away and then another bus will come for the others.
Delta 150, report ready to taxi.
Oh, wow, that's amazing, Von Doodle. Jesus. What plane are you using, or are you using different planes, or is it all the same ones?
Delta 150, taxi, Foxtrot Alpha, holding point 15.
Let's get the radios off. So while we are unloading, let's have a look around us. Okay, that's not going to work. Neither is that, apparently. Okay, I'm trying to work out what the hell's going on and why I don't have a working drone cam. We should be sitting behind the plane and we're not. So we've got the external cam there. That's all fine and good and nice and pretty. Cockpit, and then that's in the wrong place. What is going on here? Oh. Nope. No movement. Well, that's a damn shame. I really wanted to see. Is it zooming? Yes, so why aren't you moving? Okay, I'm going to disconnect my controller and reconnect it and hope that's it. Oh, you bastard. Just cracked my leg. Alright. Okay, so I guess this is the town or the city. There is the airport. Let's go take a look. See, why couldn't I land over in one of these things? See, we've got proper jetways here. What's going on? Dudes, there's perfectly good parkings here. Just waiting. Oh, actually we seem to have a conflict of interests. It looks like maybe it's competing with the standard airport, the Asobo one. Copa Airlines, Cup Airlines, that Iberia, Emirates, Qatar. This thing. Look at the trees and the sunset and everything. How cool. Yeah, I guess we're in quarantine. Maybe everyone on the plane's got the norovirus. Okay, so everything good there. We've actually got video of the galley there, but you don't see the people coming out of it, unfortunately. So, fuel pumps can be switched off. Unless, of course, we're going to make the return journey.
You did a great job. Thank you for a wonderful flight.
Dim this a little bit, I guess. A little bit all the way. Let's do a test of the lights. A bit late now. Yeah, and you can actually dim everything, look, for night flight. See, you can make all the lights just go a little bit dimmer, which is a lot easier on the eyes at night, I guess, in the real world. Let's turn that video on.
Thank you. You did a great job. Thank you for a wonderful flight.
Yeah, I should have used GSX, actually. It doesn't matter, though. Everyone's deboarding and doing their thing. So we've got 3 more passengers before that bus is going to have to disappear. Yeah, you see, there's nobody else getting off the plane now. It's so difficult just to swing around the plane and get the view you want. Maybe we can do it with this. Okay, so now that those buses look cool. See you later, people. I hope one of you on there hasn't got COVID, because you'll spread it to everybody else by the time the bus gets to the other side. There should be another one on the way, though. I don't know why they just don't bring 2 buses. Here it comes. They should have just brought 2 in the first place and got everybody off. I think it would have been a little bit easier. Let's get this in a better... Unless I already did. No. If we put this up to around 75, 80, somewhere around that region, and then pull back, I think we just get a better view, personally. The field of view is just better. It's not quite as wide. It's a narrower field of view, but still, it just looks better. It's more what the human eye would see. Plane looks small now. It's gone smaller. I maybe went a bit too far on it. But you see how it's not giving that back of the spoon effect when you get up close or anything. So come on, people, get off my aircraft. And you, that's that little kid that's been whinging the whole flight. Mommy. Yeah. See you later, Letitia. Right. How many more people? Quite a bit. 75. All in all, this bus. We'll wait. We'll do the whole procedure. Hey Jeffrey, back after dinner, out, and there's a Rusty Stream to greet me. Yeah, it's been a 2.5 hour flight. I didn't quite get the exact time because the chrono went up the wall, and I don't know why. Let's get this down to 65 perhaps. Too much. 70. Come on. Bloody mouse. Come on. There you go. Do, 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 do. Doo-doo-doo. Right, so we're just running on ground power at the moment. Now we'll switch over to, when everyone's out, we'll switch over to battery power, and then we'll shut the plane down all together. Now, powering this one, power button is there, but that's not it. I think the power button's this one, right? There we go. Oh, it's done both of them. Okay. Now, normally the procedures would be to turn off all the lighting and... Oh, I wonder if we can do that in here. Because we do have a lighting setup. So lights out, load the preset. Bang. There we go. I created those presets because I thought I might need them. It's supposed to turn off all the... Okay, maybe not. I don't know what it's done. I think we can get rid of this. Switch all the plane lights off now. Yeah, we'll be good. We don't need those. Not where we're going. Right, so these lights here. So we got PFD, we'll leave those, but these are the brightnesses of the displays. But these ones that shine here, is that this fella? No, no, that's the panel brightness. What the hell is this? Yeah, I don't know how to turn that off. I'm sure when the battery gets switched off, it'll be fine. Come on everybody, come on, move! At least the bus will take them to the other side of the airport. They can pick up their bags. As the baggage is done, right? Yeah, baggage is all done. Oh, I was really hoping that when we came in to land that it would just be this time of day. It would just be at the time before the sun sets. And we did beat the sunset. Perfect. Absolutely, absolutely perfect. Because I had to go by Argentina time. So that's why I streamed at such an hour, because I just wanted to go, you know, Argentina time. I can actually go to the other gates. I can have GSX warp me to the proper gate, or a proper gate, but too late now. What's done is done is done. So it's done. Man, is the sun glinting off that building from this way, or is it going through the building? What's going on? I'm sure the sun's over here. Quite how we're seeing it. I know that's a lens flare. Not a big fan of those. The only thing that sees a lens flare is a camera. A camera lens, you know, can pick this up. Human eye can't pick anything like that up. So I'd rather take them out of the game, to be honest. They look nice, but like the human eye wouldn't ever pick that up. But to be fair, we are in a camera right now. I just don't ever want to see it from here. I don't want to be looking through my own eyes and seeing a lens flare. Because, like, that's not real. Come on, people. How many we've got left? What did it say? Frame rates here are 36. Eek. Hey, one more person.
Do you want to deboard crew?
Yes, let's get all the crew and the pilots gone, and then we'll have some random ghostly figure to turn off everything in the plane.
Crew deboarding starting.
Here come the lovely stewardesses. I'll bet she's left some spare peanuts behind in that galley. She's not telling anybody. But she's got some in her pocket. She's nicking some peanuts, guys. Yeah, the sunsets and sunrises in Flight Sim are amazing. The one that sticks out in my mind was flying in one of these jets towards the city of London with a sunset, and yikes, it looked good.
The boarding starting.
I mean, it looked spectacular. Right, so first officer out first, and then the captain. There he is, el capitán. Hola, bon capitán. See you guys. Thank you. They get a nice little bus. It looks like an ice cream van as well. Now, are they going to take the stairs away? Dun 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 dun. I need to know, because I think once I've shut the plane down, I won't get the door shut. I'll have to wait for the bus to disappear. Well, there's no reason why GSX can't remove its... I see, and now I don't know if it's going to do this automatically. You would think that it would, that it's part of the procedure, but I'm just waiting for this to disappear out of the bubble. The clouds are all going red now, look. Okay, no, oh, I thought something just appeared in shot, but it didn't. Okay, so what we can do perhaps then is try and get the menu up. That would be a great start. Operate stairs. There's deboarding complete, so operate the stairs. Okay. Bye-bye. 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 Go away. Well, that was a full flight, wasn't it? From cold and dark. Later, George. Have a good one, matey. Thank you for being here. Catch you on the next one, man. Alright, let's get this thing shut the F down. So, we're currently on ground power, so we're going to switch that off. And we'll turn off the batteries. And I have no idea if I just did that. Yes, yeah, I did. I'm assuming this is residual power, right? Because if not, then the batteries are still on. I don't know. Did I actually turn the batteries off? Making me question it now. Now they're off. Go. Cold and dark. And that ends flight. So, let's have a quick look at this thing you mentioned. What is it? Temple, you said? So, I'm looking for the message. Said it. Okay, I've got it. Sounds like a place on Star Wars. Okay, it's not there. May have to go into Google Maps and give me the coordinates, the latitude, longitude of that thing. I'll do it here. Cheers, Wasp. Let me get the coordinates because it'll be easier. Because it's not actually an airport or anything, so it's going to be difficult to trace it. Okay. So, coordinates. There it is. Now we're going to stick a pin right in the middle of it. Oh yeah, if it's part of planet Earth, it'll definitely be in the game, but it's how it looks is the question, I guess, right? Alright, I'm just going to grab coordinates then. It lets me. Oh, okay. Where do I normally grab it from? Because it's not... There's some text on Google Maps that you just can't pick up and copy. I've always done it in the past where I just pick it up. Yeah, mine are slightly different to yours, but I'm sure yours is just as well. But I really want to copy this text, find a way to do it. Okay, there we go. Because I want the northeast format. All right. I just wanted the N and the E so that it would pick it up like this. So we're going to just wait a little while for it to generate. And there is, there you go. I guess that tells you. But if we're going to be here, definitely do not want this aeroplane. The one I got given is this one. But I know if I go in this, it's going to start going beep, 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 and it's going to be all over the place. Actually, not so much because I'm just going to go into active pause straight away. So yes, it does have it. It actually marked it as a point of interest, which means it should have been available in the search and it didn't come up. So how long have we been streaming? 3.5, almost. That's not bad. That's not bad. Full cold and dark, setting the plane up, and all that jazz. Can't guarantee. Well, okay, I made a spelling mistake. It doesn't matter. It was turning and then it just stopped turning. what was that? I didn't do anything.
Caution, terrain.
Yeah, screw it. Okay, somebody's stolen it then. So there you go, there it is. Where's the front door? I wonder if Amazon deliver here. An order for a new lawnmower. There you go. It's in. All right. I'm going to end it, guys. I need to eat and all that jazz. So, flight done. I wanted to do that one. Very cool. All right. That's it. Don't forget to, if you want to check out some cool reactions, go and check out Mandy Kane Lane's channel. She is in Argentina, which is kind of why we did that flight, and it was set up for that. So go check her out. She's good. Guys, I will catch you on the next one. Thank you for tuning in, and if you stuck the whole distance, kudos to you guys for doing that. I appreciate it, and I'm just happy that we did get a smooth landing. Really good one. Okay, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and I will catch you on the next one. Till then, toodaloo, toodle pip, and ching ching, or whatever it is. Ta-ta.